WPIX New York.
Tonight on the Independent News, a Mondale death threat leads to shooting on the campaign trail. New information on the drug connection that may have led to the Palm Sunday Massacre. And springtime romance with a high-tech twist. Good evening. It is a white Easter weekend in the Rockies, a wet one in the Central Plains, and a flood watch is in effect for parts of Tennessee. In Denver, 3,000 travelers were stranded last night by heavy snow. One meteorologist said that on a scale of 1 to 10, this storm stacks up at about a 7 or an 8. A springtime storm has bullied the western part of the nation. Parts of Colorado were hit with more than 1.5 feet of wet snow. In Denver, airport traffic came to a halt. And farmers are saying this storm has been hard on their livestock. They don't know how many will survive. Even some Easter services had to be canceled. The storm knocked out electricity to more than 1,000 homes, and highway visibility was at a bare minimum. Abandoned cars combined with wind-whipped snow to shut down Interstate Highway 70, a major artery to the Colorado ski resorts. The Easter weekend snowfall brought the season record to 79 inches. With 55 of them piling up after the December to February winter season. Travelers' advisories were posted all the way from southeast Wyoming through Kansas, New Mexico, Colorado, and parts of Nebraska, with the National Weather Service predicting a follow-up storm that could arrive by midweek. They say the new system looks very strong at this point, but it's still too early to tell how much snow it will bring. And while much of the nation is snowy or wet, Texas is in the midst of a fire hazard. Temperatures there reached as high as 111 degrees with very low humidity. Forecasters in San Antonio say the hot, dry air is coming up from Mexico. They call it the Chihuahuan Express. Police in Cedar City, Utah say weather was definitely not a factor in a bus crash that killed a boy and a girl and injured at least 44 others. The bus was packed with Boy Scouts and explorers returning from a Colorado ski trip. Witnesses said the vehicle began to drift off the road, then swerved and rolled over. Police suspect that the driver of the bus fell asleep at the wheel. 6 passengers are still hospitalized. All were from Southern California. Secret Service agents shot and wounded a man whom officials say threatened to kill Walter Mondale. Agents say Jean Paul Gabor, a 29-year-old Romanian, lunged at them with a knife as they tried to question him about the threat. The incident took place in San Antonio, Texas. Mondale was in Washington at the time. The alleged threat had been reported by a customer at the restaurant where Gabor worked, who had overheard a conversation. Gabor has been hospitalized in stable condition. When he recovers, he'll face charges of threatening a presidential candidate and aggravated assault on a federal officer with intent to kill. A presidential candidate, Jesse Jackson, told reporters Friday he will stay with the Democratic Party even if he fails to win the nomination at this summer's convention. Jackson says his followers have too much of a stake in the Democratic Party to abandon it now. This apparently rules out a bid as a third-party candidate. Jackson added that he would like to be a healing force during the Democratic convention. And one of his first tasks may be keeping black Muslims in the party. Louis Farrakhan, the controversial head of the Nation of Islam group, is threatening to withdraw his support of the Democrats and more if blacks aren't treated fairly.
If you're planning not to deal with Reverend Jackson in San Francisco, come on. I must let you know respectfully that if you lock this man out who represents